Hi everybody, this is Debbie with Deb's Paper and Scissors, and I'm back with another video, another walkthrough of a journal that I've made. Um, if you want to wonder if I'm a little frustrated right now, I am, because I went and did a video and then hit the delete button on the video. So sometimes we just aren't too smart with things we do. I'm going to unwrap a lozenge and have it over here quick in case I start coughing. It is pollen season in Texas. It's always pollen season in Texas for me. And I don't want to have a coughing fit in the middle of the video. This is a Cooking with Creativity kit made by Melody and Jennifer of Jenndi Designs. I'm part of their design team, and this is my second journal to make for them, and I had an absolute blast making it. I had a rough time this month simply because, as some of you know, I broke my chair, and I really couldn't do much of anything without a lot of pain, and so I had to wait. But this month I'm hoping to get some others made. So let's look at this one. I did it with a fabric. I was inspired by a journal I received, and I was looking to see if that journal was even close, and it isn't, but a journal I received that had an over like this, flap over, and so I kind of wanted to make one for this journal because I wanted this to be a journal I could use in my kitchen, and that's one reason I chose denim for the cover, because I can easily wipe that off and things like that. I did not realize, if you're looking at these and the edges, the Tim Holt pieces I used on the edge, and you're going, well, those are different from that. Believe it or not, I've only been making journals for a couple of months, and I didn't realize those were different colors. So I'm just kind of laughing at myself over that. So kind of a good for this one. Now this journal has 4 signatures. And I have a feeling it's eventually going to get to where it's not a flap over. It just closes. But it's got 4 signatures. I'm going to show you 2. The third signature is basically full of just plain paper or coffee dyed paper, or I used very little anything else just so I could use it to write down recipes. The 4th signature is I'm making it kind of traveler's notebook size and tucking it in there, and it's going to have a piece of scrapbook paper for each month of the year, and then I'm going to put recipes that are particular to those months in there. And I don't think I'm going to do anything fancy to it. The closure for this one, because I goofed and did my signature first, and I can't remember who I got this from, but I just punched I made the signatures on the back. I didn't even get my holes punched good on there. Like I said, this is, my 3rd or 4th journal to make, so I'm learning. But I wanted something where I could just, especially with, I wanted to either be able to add a signature or this is that 4th signature, or this one is not sewn in. So if I open, let's say, my Tasting Home magazine and I like a whole page, then I can just go here to the middle, cut that piece out, and slip it in there. So I really liked that option. But 2 of these were sewn and then put in here. And these are the ones I want to go through. Let's look at the cover first. The inside front cover has a recipe pocket, making sure you can see that. That's made with, I need to glue that down. That's made with the paper and one of the recipe cards from the kit and a piece of broccoli. Now, I cut these vegetables out in 2, okay, I'm going to have to wait on that. That's okay. Just a reminder to myself. I printed the vegetable ephemera out in 2 different sizes, and I'll show you that throughout. This tag was made from a page of the kit. There's a whole page of these with some conversion charts on it that are really kind of cool, and I just chose some of it I made into tags. This is from a Culinary Arts Institute cover. a bingo card from the kit, and I did these two different ways. I printed that out on plain paper, on copy paper, and I printed it out on cardstock. Here is a card that I made to go with the journal, and there's writing space on the back. And I had a blast just pulling different ribbons and things that I thought would go well with it. Here's a little notebook I made just out of some, you know, coffee dyed paper scraps. And I thought, well, that could be a shopping list or whatever. And then I just stuck another blank tag in here, and I'll put this one at the back so that I have that. And the nice thing about this is I've got plenty of room for adding tags. I like to do my signatures with 3 pieces of scrapbook paper, and I had a kit that I thought went real well with Jennifer Melody's kit, and I had a paper stack, and so I used some of that to do the insides. But see, this is from Melody and Jen's kit. Isn't that beautiful? This reminds me of my grandmother, and I can write on this, but it goes well with these pages as well. Anytime you see music paper, that's just what I happened to run it off on. I wanted it backed with something, and I wanted it backed with something different. So I did that. I included book pages. This piece of paper here is one of those writing tablets that you get real cheap at Walmart or a dollar store or wherever. And I use this, one of my grandmothers used this for writing recipes and letters to my mama. So that's kind of special. More paper. This piece is part of the kit. I love it. And the way she has designed this piece of paper is I can use this at the top, I can use it at the side, I can use it at the bottom, and it doesn't matter. This border will go wherever I choose to put it. I tried to choose papers that I could write on, and so that's kind of what I looked for. This is more paper from the kit. I love it, love it, love it. And it's light enough I can write on it. Or I can find a recipe and I can just, I could just glue it on. Or staple it in, or paper clip it, or even tape it if I wanted to. For some reason, when I was putting together the signature, I thought it would be a good idea to use liver and sweetbread pages. And I'm not going to cook either of those. So these may be totally covered up with other recipes eventually. Here is a fabric flip. I love using a fabric flip in a journal. It gives me a space where I can write. Next time I do one, I'm going to do my stamping before I put the signature together, but I kind of wanted to stamp through this journal in different places. This is a piece of my coffee dyed or coffee burned paper. And then this is, I put a pocket on this one, and this is an awesome pocket. Let me take all these tags out. In this signature, I have 2 of the bigger ones. In the last signature, I have some of the smaller ones of these pockets. They can be made. I got the idea from Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah, and with her mask making. Like I said, I'm trying to learn, and so all these places. This recipe right here was actually in one of the cookbooks that I've purchased recently, and here are those vegetables in a smaller size. And I know coming up on this page, see, there's the onion. So I really could have done it in several sizes, but I just did it in those 2, and I really like how they enhance the journal. So good job, ladies. I really like how they enhance the journal in both of those different ways. So here's a tag. I did this one as a pocket, and so it can hold a recipe card there, a recipe card there, a recipe card here, and this size tag is big enough in our pocket, and I can't remember what I used to do it, what size, but you basically start with a rectangular piece and go from there. Here is that's just part of the cookbook that I thought went well with it. Here is I glued this tag on, made it into a pocket or tuck. One of the books I had cookbooks from them was 2,000 facts about food, and so you really use those pages throughout here for interesting things. These are the tomatoes in a smaller size. You'll see them again in the size they come with, and this is just a altered paper clip. And I usually try to do my paper clips onto the scrapbook paper, of some sort so that it will sit. But you know, I can put a recipe card in here. I can go through and choose my recipe that I want to make, and I can pull that card and tuck it there and have it close for cooking too. So that's lots of good stuff. Now there's a reason this particular paper clip is sideways, and we'll get to it in a minute. And I actually, yeah. This is the This Week that she has, and I love this in here. And so I chose to put a piece of acetate with it. So I could actually take a dry erase marker or a vis-a-vis, and I could write what my menu is for the week. I probably would use a vis-a-vis because it's not going to rub off. And then I can just take this off at the end of the week, go to the sink, rinse it, dry it, and put it back. And I can do my menu planning for the following week. Like I'm going to get that organized. But that's a great idea, and I might get that organized now. I decided I love putting needlework pages in, so this one was a tablecloth because after all it is a kitchen one. Here's the center of this signature. See, this particular paper pad, and I can't remember what it is, but yeah, I think it's something from Farm to Table or something like that. But it goes beautifully with this particular kit. So it's when I got it Tuesday morning several years ago. I made an envelope. This is part of that cookbook 2000 Facts. So I made an envelope pocket out of there. The recipe card can go in here. I may ink it probably, and I probably will put an eyelet in there or something. I haven't decided yet. This is one of those recipes that came. It was I haven't glued it on anything because look, it's on the back of a check. So I have this, and here's my recipe that was in there. I thought that was kind of cool. Made a couple more little tags. And then this is a, let me move this up. I want to make sure you can see that. That is a little, there it is. I'm upside down again, I think. Oh well, that is a little snippet that I made. Now, I chose to take one of these pages. This is a page, and I may print this out again because I really liked this idea after I did it. But I may do it on like just regular paper and put some lined or something on the back. But this is a recipe card where I can, you know, maybe it's my son's birthday and what he likes is the thin layer cake and a shrimp boil. So I could write about that in here and do the recipes as well. So I just glued it to here, or paper clipped it to here, because there again, that's something I could take out and put, you know, where I needed it. So, but lots of writing space. We'll tuck that one inside there. So I think it'll fit better. This is part, I love this green and white. I thought this was really cool recipe paper. It's part of a journal. My 4-year-old granddaughter is, I tear pages out of that for here. Here is an envelope from the kit. And I put it in this lace belly band and just clipped it under there. It's got a piece of note paper in there or a recipe. More China Facts. Another pocket that I made into a, or another tag I made into a pocket. I will tell you right now, this paper collages very, very well. I had more fun tearing apart the little cookbooks and pieces of the paper and making me a collage page. And so I probably will make another one. And if I do, I may video it just so I can make some journaling cards and places to put recipes on that kind of look a little different in here. I don't think a journal ever gets finished, I'm telling you. Here's another one of those pockets. This time I just put recipe cards in, and this little conversion tag in. Let me tuck this one back in here. I took one of those pages. I told you it had this printed, and so I thought, well, I'll just make a long tag out of it and put it there. And then I can add another tag to this as well. In fact, I'm going to reach down here where I keep my other tags, and I'm going to see if this one will go in here at the back. Oh, it's not I didn't make a pocket out of this one. I glued this all the way down. but it still has spaces for that. And I just feel like I need lots of spaces to write recipes in here. And I'm going to put something there because I have torn that piece of paper a little bit. Belly band. This is one of those envelope belly bands made out of the side of a piece of an envelope. Once again, I collaged this. And only when I collaged this one, I used paper and fabric and lace trim, which I thought was cute. And then there's me a little journaling card. This side of it has, all of this is from the kit. And I love how good it goes together. And I can just tuck that in. And I trimmed it down so it would fit. So I knew it would fit in there. And then I can put recipes underneath here. This is a recipe card from the kit. Notice, I don't know if you've kept count of how many different ones. I keep saying I'm going to count and I keep forgetting to. But here is the a page that I can write on. The flip down page. More writing space from the kit. This is that paper again from the kit. And at the back, on this page, I've put one of the bingo cards and a couple of recipes. More of the paper. This is a jumbo paper clip with, this is part of the kit. This was a page that had all of this on there, and I just put a little lace, and it tells you the different things about the herbs. I felt it was really cool that I have, there are 6 herbs there, and I have 5 of the 6 in my garden. So that's that signature. Now, we don't need to go through this one. And we don't need to go through those. In fact, those look like, oh my gosh, that clashes so much. But that's June, and it's a Father's Day type of thing. So that's going to look totally out of place in here. But it's my journal, and I need it. So let's look at this last one. There's a card again. Here's another one of those. I love these little charts. And so I thought they would be really cool put in there. Meals for 2 cookbook. This is what I chose to do for this last one. I think this is going to be Oscar's and mine. Oscar's my husband, in case you don't know that. This is going to be for our favorite recipes that we like to have or fix together. So I guarantee you there's going to be tacos in there because he does love tacos. Gather together. Even when there's just 2 of you, you need to gather together. Another fabric flip. This one has a supper salad bowl recipe on it. We made chef salad together. We went and bought all the stuff and made a chef salad on our first date. So that's kind of special. Or maybe it was our second. I don't know. One of those first ones. Paper from the kit. More paper from the kit. More china because we like Chinese food. So I guess I need to fix me some Chinese recipes to put, food recipes to put on there. Here is, I took recipe cards. There's a whole sheet of the recipe card of this particular one. And I took it and I just trimmed off 1 row of them and made a pocket that goes over the side of this piece of cardstock. And in here I've got another one of those little pockets that can even be used to hold, you can even tuck it in. A tag, a sunshine cake tag, and another little deal, and another carrot and green bean. On this side, I put one of the collage tags with a little writing space on here. And another one of those little pockets, envelope pockets that I made using a cover of a cookie cookbook. More paper from the kit. Trying to make sure you're in there good. More paper from the kit. This is a piece from the kit that you can make a tag to flip over. And I made a huge snippet, just a giant collage on here. I couldn't quit putting stuff on it. And to put on here from the kit, except I stamped our happy place on it. And then I can put this over here, over this page like so. I can write in it if I want to write a note, or journal something. I love having journaling space in a journal. That makes sense, doesn't it? And I happen to do two of these together, which I'm not going to worry about. Here is another piece of page from the kit. Isn't that beautiful? I could have backed every single page with this, and that would have made a pretty one too. It just, what do you want? I wanted music paper. Here is another piece from the kit. Like I said, every time I think I need to trim that a little bit. This is the bingo page. I did it. And this is the tomatoes in the full size. So I can tuck a recipe card in here. Another one from the kit. This is a tag from the kit that has all those herbs on it. This is the page that has these little pieces, and I made a pocket out of it and put on there. And I just made a little notepad to tuck in. Why? Because I could. And I think there is this is marjoram. In fact, that's one thing I want to do is find the herbs. You know, you can go to several different libraries, and these are vintage photos, and you can download and you can look at those. But I want to put all of the herbs in there. But for right now, marjoram is right there. And then here is the center. Made a tag out of the conversions, a recipe card, and this one is the turnip. The turnip, the little bitty turnip, and I made another little snippet with that. Now the funny thing is, I made a bunch of snippets with these the other day, and I was just flying through, having the best time making little snippets. And yesterday I tried to make some snippets, and my brain would not cooperate on making snippets. So it just depends on how you're doing that day. I use the beet for a pocket. Tucked that in. These are part of the kit, these 3 tags, and I decided to make a tuck spot to put something in there. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is go find Miss Marjoram, and I'm going to stick Miss Marjoram in here for right now. And I may end up doing, you know, I may decide to make, that might be good, is to get these in the make these bigger printouts and then just make them into journaling cards and tuck them all under there, or recipe cards. A junk journal is always evolving, and there are no rules. This one, the only rule I had was to use this kit, and I did. I think I have one thing in here from something else, and that's the music paper. Here's a recipe card. Again, another flip down. So I guess I could put Matthew's favorite recipe on one and Daniel's on another. Those are my 2 boys. And there's another piece of pretty paper. I love this pattern. It just reminds me of the, you know, of a kitchen. Another lace pocket. More china. Data. More pages. And see, I could even put these 2 together, punch it, and make a pocket if I want to. So, and that may happen. And then this is my favorite page, I think, in the entire journal. This is part of the Cooking for 2 section. Let me get my cord out of the way. I don't know when it jumped down there, but I really don't want it in the video, so I apologize, because I'm not doing this one a 4th time. One time upside down, one time deleted, and now I'm doing this for a walkthrough, okay? So here are some tags. Like I said, this is the Cooking for 2 page. This is one of those tags. And they're real simple to make. And this one was done with 2-sided paper, so it was really simple. So I decided, let me do something. Here's this one I glued just on 2 sides and made a tuck spot. And I like that the best, of the way that I put the pockets down, especially these little ones. I don't mind having the tags. This one is, these were things I thought, you know, we could have for a meal. Some baked eggplant, an apple cake for dessert, baked, here's biscuits, which I thought was appropriate putting with the biscuits. And these pieces, these 2 backgrounds are from the kit. They're papers from the kit, because they just make beautiful little tags as well. This is some of my coffee burn paper. Oh, and on the back, I forgot I'd done that. I put parsley carrots, because I like to have a couple of veggies choices. stuffed cube steaks, and this looks delicious. I will probably be fixing that. And then salad bowl combinations. And I thought, yeah, because I like to do different salads. And sometimes, I mean, like, look at this. Here's one with lettuce, fresh spinach, watercress, radishes, and carrot sticks. It's just a simple little salad that could be done. And so I'm going to put this one back here so it peeks out, and then a big tag to journal or write or put another recipe on. So, I mean, there's me a meal that I can cook. And so I'd love to have an envelope with different combinations that I could pull and put in something next to that menu planner. But this is and then this has enough room to put some stuff. It just depends on how much room I have by the time I'm finished adding. Because I told you, I really think this is, right now, there it is, how it's supposed to be. But I really don't think it's going to stay that way. So I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough. Once again, Melody and Jen, I had a blast working with you ladies and the team. Such good ideas. And I cannot wait to work on another one for you, and I know I'm going to be making more out of this kit. There may even be one show up, a journal show up in my Etsy store. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will be back later with another one. Have a blessed day.